the memo that we're going to do it at the same time.
Well, you don't have to. It's okay.
All right,
makes more chaos. It's fine. Let's all. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, is it on 3 or after 3?
It's on 3.
This is great.
It's on 3. On 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Bitch, I thought you said on 3.
Yeah.
I said on 3.
But then you waited until after 3.
You did it after 3.
No, I did on 3.
No, you did it on 4. On the
Girl.
unspoken 4.
Girl. Anyways.
1, 2, 3.
There we go. Anyway.
There we go. We got it. We got it. Anyway.
This is how today is going to be. Got it. Anyway, I'm excited. Hello, and mabuhay everyone. Welcome to the Cup. The
Mabuhay.
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 Mabuhay. Well, I'm doing mabuhay because that's how Mama Pow introduces.
Oh, then you should have mabuhay. Like longer.
Her trying to host the damn episode.
Mabuhay. I do host a big web series right now. I'm just saying. So.
And we're gonna talk about it.
Yes. Yes.
Welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea and the chaos into reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay. I know some of y'all have missed me, so I'm back, and some of y'all have not missed me, so I'm back. I'm drinking some coffee today. It is a beautiful white chocolate latte because I was feeling a little decadent today, a little luxe for our special guest who we'll get to, even though you've already heard the beautiful dulcet tones of her voice several times in this podcast. But the other beautiful thing going on here today is, of course, our cup mug, which you can get at lanagcreations.com. Link is in the description below. We ship all over the world, everywhere you can watch the Slaysian Royale, so there are no excuses. Brazil, good luck. We're still trying. I'm so sorry.
Sorry about
Brazilian Customs hates us, but we're trying.
But obrigado.
Obrigado. We love the Brazilian.
I wanna come to Brazil.
Brazil, book her.
Book me, bitch.
Well,
I'm ready. I'm ready, willing, and available.
Period.
There we go.
She's free.
Oh.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. Since it was, I believe, her last appearance on the show, I had to wear my Pangina shirt. Yes. And as always, I have to point out, it says, Pangina Heals Loves David. It's true. She signed it, so. And I'm excited to talk about this episode.
Period. And we have 2 very special guests today because it is someone's first time here. So in classic fashion, you down over there, who the hell are you?
Who the hell am I? Well, I'm the new guy. I am Jonathan. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I decided to come by and hang out. What am I drinking? I'm drinking pumpkin spice iced coffee with my initials monogrammed on this Yeti cup.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're gonna fit in just fine.
I'd like to fit it in.
Yeah. JC, either that or you're very religious.
Not that. And you've heard her, you've seen her, you know her. She's all over the internet. She's all over your TVs. Baby Melinda Verga is in the house today. Sup, bro?
And I've said it once and I'll say it again. Testosterone, bro.
Testosterone, bro. This is a very testosterone-filled episode.
Right? It's the pheromones and the testosterone today.
Wait, who's this pit crew guy over here?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all about the pit crew today. But Melinda, we're so happy
what's
to have
up?
you here.
Talk to me. Thanks for having me here, guys.
Of course.
You know, I can't say I've seen a full episode, but here I am. And we're gonna make it so much. We're gonna make it so much fun, and I will watch this episode.
Cool. Love that. It's in such sharp contrast to last week where Minnie just started interviewing all of us because she has watched so much of it. And that's no shade to you. But I do love the pure honesty. I do love the pure honesty.
Some of us have just a little bit more time than others.
You're not talking about yourself, are you?
Testosterone, bro.
Exactly.
No, I'm talking about Minnie.
Oh,
you know, season 4 and season 5. Season 4 and season 5. Anyway, we'll leave it at that.
Some queens are getting booked more than others.
I think that was what she meant.
Uh-huh. Minnie, I heard what you said about me last week. I heard it. This side of the panel may be a little bit more shady towards Minnie this week.
What'd she say? I don't remember.
Oh, that that she wasn't that she wasn't my favorite on her season.
I remember,
which is a correct statement.
Oh.
Which is a correct statement. I did say that, but she didn't have to call me. She didn't have to call me out of my name while I wasn't here to defend myself, Minnie Wang.
Minnie Wang.
Anyway,
is that Wang Minnie though? Really and truly, do we know? Did she say?
You tell us.
I don't know. I've never seen it. I've actually only met her once.
Oh, really?
I've only met her once. It's kind of like it kind of has the essence of my drag name, whereas her Wang is Minnie, my Verga is Linda.
Correct.
Pretty.
Very.
It's all the
I don't think there's
testosterone.
anything. I don't think there's anything Minnie about her Wang, and I can't attest to your Verga, but I've heard it's muy linda. So
Let me just send some. Who do I send pics to?
Any and all of us, if you want to. I mean, I think any and all of us would be fine with it. But no, we love Minnie. Go check out our recap last week's Minnie because it was an absolute delight, even though I wasn't here. But we are going to get into this absolutely incredible Rusical on this wonderful season of Slaysian Royale. Before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time to give you almost all things drag. We've got so much drag happening right now. We've got Slaysian, we've got Brazil coming to a close here soon, and we've got Drag Race UK and Drag Race España on the horizon. So make sure to check out all the content that we will be doing for UK and España as well. And make sure to check out everything we are doing here at the Cup. All of our links are in the description below. Go follow Melinda, tip Melinda, support Melinda, support everything that Miss Melinda Verga is doing. All of her links will be in the description below as well. And you can follow us on our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And you can go follow the three of us as well. Our links will be down below as well. But Miss Melinda, you've been up to some fun, wonderful, and fabulous things since we last saw you on TV. Both of your TV appearances in the last couple of years, Canada's Drag Race, and getting to see you cross over into the Traitors universe, which we were thrilled to see. But ma'am, what has life been like since both Canada's Drag Race and Traitors?
You know, can I be honest? It's a roller coaster ride. Like, just because your dreams have come true doesn't mean that you get your happy ending. Doesn't mean that life is just rosy and happy. Life's journey continues, and it just takes you to all kinds of adventures. Some I can't talk about.
And you got to fix the hair while you do so.
Now I'm fixing my hair because I can't talk about my new adventures. But adventures have been had.
Good.
We can't wait to find out.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
But
it's great. I'm grateful for all the experiences that I've had. Grateful for all the people that I've come across, and I've come across so many amazing people out there. This is definitely, a culmination of everything I've worked for my whole life, just being able to go around and spread venereal diseases. No. spread around joy and all the. I'm such an energetic person, so for me to be able to share that with so many people from so many different places, that is definitely the biggest honor of my life. So, but hey, do not be fooled, especially if a drag race girl tells you, "Oh, life's peachy, life's fabulous." No, it's not always fabulous. It's not always peachy, but I can definitely say that it's never boring. So, very grateful for every experience I've had, every opportunity I've been given, and to everyone that has seen what I have to offer. Yeah, that's been I'd say 2 years now, if not year and a half, but definitely the past 2 years. Never a dull moment.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. And we are all big fans of Drag Race and drag programming, but we also love reality TV. All three of us love The Traitors, so we were very excited when you got on there. I'm very curious. Who do you think should take the plunge next from Drag Race? Who, maybe somebody from Canada, maybe somebody from Slaysian Royale too. Who should be on Traitors next?
Well, from Canada for sure, whom I think would be entertaining to watch on Traitors would be Kitten.
Oh,
Yes.
Kitten is probably the most underrated queen from my season. And I say underrated because I wish more of Canada could see what Kitten has to offer live. Like, she just has this great infectious energy and talent, and of course the looks that she can bring, that I wished Canada could see more of her live and also on TV. Very happy that I got to move on during the Slay Off challenge, but I was really wishing she would not go against me during that lip sync, because baby, I needed to save myself.
Yeah.
So the only choice I had at that time was to, send her to the bottom, right? And so when she got eliminated on that episode, I mean, that kind of broke my heart. And I really wish that more of Kitten was seen during our season. And now I wish that Kitten would be seen on another TV show, because she's fucking hilarious. She really is fucking hilarious in real life. So she would be the one, I'd say.
In y'all's season, in the beginning of the season, during the commercial,
yeah,
when you and her were paired up, honestly, that was
QVC.
Funniest. Yes, that was the funniest thing I have ever seen.
One of the best duo challenge performances.
Yes.
I would say maybe ever
mm-hmm.
on Drag Race, period.
Yes,
honestly, you
so
two
funny.
Together. Like, if y'all have not gone on tour together with something, please.
Yeah.
Like, you two are just so good together. And I've always been someone, I adore you, but I adore Kitten just as much. And I've said the same thing. Like, she is just an absolute gem of a drag queen. Like,
yeah,
the infectious energy she has, and just the joy that you both emanate is just, you can't replicate that. You really can't.
Yeah.
You either have it or you don't.
That's it. That's exactly what it is. And the thing is, that episode I just came from the bottom. Like, I was in the bottom the week before. It was the premiere, the ball. And my number one goal was to, I shouldn't say number one goal, but one of my goals was to definitely not land in the bottom. But my goal that time was to, for sure, show what else I have to offer, right? You gotta aim higher. So when I was paired with Kitten, and this bitch has so much fucking energy and crazy ass ideas. Like, her head is just like really full of, like, it's a caboodle of craziness. And she was just coming at me with so many different ideas, just coming from different directions. And I felt right away that my job at that time was to drive the bus, to make sure that we got to where we needed to fucking go, bitch. Because this is not going to be a train wreck. This is not gonna be a fucking bus crash. This is not gonna be a fucking rollover. I'm not gonna land at the bottom. So I let her just kind of be herself and be kitten, while at the same time my job was to kind of hone in everything that was coming at me and make sure that everything was organized. Exactly. Fact is, just before we were supposed to go on, bitch was starting to forget her lines, her cues, her lines, everything. Like her brain was just like, boom. Like it was just everywhere. And my job at that point was to make sure that she was focused, that she felt confident, that she remembered all her cues. And that was the only way that we were going to be able to create magic, just like how we planned it during our time together, planning and rehearsing. So when it all just kind of rolled out,
you created magic.
Yep. And honestly, it's not the only duo that you've been in that's created magic, because I've seen the internet going crazy for you and Joella together. So, yeah, can you talk a little bit about the experience of working with her on Binge Queens?
So another crazy ass person. I like working with crazy ass people, and I mean, I'm there.
There is one common denominator between these two things.
I mean, listen. So Joella and I, we met last year in LA because we did the it's a big Asian show at Mickey's, produced and hosted by R.I.P. Jiggly. So that's when I met Joella for the first time. So I kind of had an idea about, how she is as a person, like in person. Of course, I've seen the show. I actually stopped watching the show after Joella got eliminated.
It's a good season. It's a good season.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the rest. But that is tea. That is tea. Yeah. So when we finally got to meet again in person on set, the chemistry was just automatic. It wasn't even like this is gonna be work. It didn't have that vibe at all. It was just gonna be like two crazy ass bitches sitting on the couch, eating, having a few drinks. Okay, maybe more than a few. More than a few. And just letting our mouths do the job. So Joella, being younger than I am, again, she has this raw energy that's just kind of like whoosh. It's raw energy, and I get it because she's a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio as well, so I know where that is coming from. So again, I realized my job this time is like, okay, I think I might have to fucking drive the bus, maybe under the influence. That is so bad. Maybe under the influence, but I might have to be the one driving the bus today, because she has this energy that is very raw. So working with her, however, felt very natural and very easy. So nothing about what you have seen on Binge Queens was rehearsed or really thought out or planned. It was all just us being ourselves. So I'm hoping that we get to have another chance to share our energy to the world, and yes. I'm glad that the response. I read the comments. I read the comments everywhere, and I'm glad that 99.99999% of what I've seen online has been positive and amazing, and I'm thankful for, first of all, for this opportunity. I want to thank WA Presents Plus. Call me again. I'm available. How many girls from Canada get to be on WA Presents Plus doing a project like that? So I'm grateful, and just grateful to all the fans for all their positive energy out there, and definitely more is coming.
Yes, I love the balance too, because you and Joella are crazy, wonderful in the best way. And then I love the balance with also having Didi and Angina as well. And like 4 of my absolute favorite queens together doing Binge Queens. It has just been, and Binge Queens has been great. All of the seasons of Binge Queens have been great. This has been my favorite season of Binge Queens so far. By far, without a question.
Sounds correct. That sounds correct.
Correct. Now,
I mean,
if we can...
Baby, check the views.
Yes. I was going to say, can we somehow add Kimmy Couture in there? I don't know how we add Kimmy, but can we add Kimmy in there? Like, that would be great.
Oh my God.
Check the views, baby.
Period. But I was going to ask, I mean, obviously we've seen how you've been feeling about Slaysian Royale so far this season, but how have you been loving the season?
Listen, first of all, I am just really, really happy to see an all Asian season where the girls just feel right at home.
Yes.
I don't know how to explain that except for people who are either immigrants or children of immigrants or people of color who are very, very visible and feeling like sometimes they don't belong. I'm talking at least about my own experience in North America, and I'm sure Asians in Europe. Sometimes there's this feeling of like, you're forever a foreigner kind of thing. So for me to see Asians competing in an environment where maybe they feel like their roots are there, or they can relate because their upbringing is similar to, what they're experiencing at that time. I'm very happy for them. Asians in the West, so in the Western franchises, I'm talking about Canada, UK, Europe, et cetera, we tend to see a lot of the Asian competitors go home during like a speaking challenge, an acting challenge, comedy challenge, because some things just don't translate. You know what I mean? So for me, my goal during my season was to survive episode 1 and to win Snatch Game. Because I wanted to be able to share my culture, sounding the way people in my culture sound, thinking the way they think, but at the same time make it relatable to a Western audience, and make it funny. That was my goal. That was my number 1 goal. So for me, that win was just when I won Snatch Game. That was vindication for all the bitches, the Asian bitches who got sent home on episode 2 or 3, the early outs, during an acting challenge, during a speaking challenge, during a comedy challenge, because some things you say or think about, it just doesn't quite translate. So for me now to see these girls being comfortable in their own skin, in their own sounds, I'm just really so happy for them because they get to express themselves fully and as authentically as they are able to. So, yeah.
It's been such a good season to see for all of those reasons. Like it's such a special season of Drag Race to see.
It really is.
I'm thrilled that we're finally getting this concept. I think this is going to be a season that starts a trend of seeing other seasons like this. And I really hope that WoW is seeing the response to this season and that we get other seasons like this, because clearly the queens on this season are getting such a beautiful impact, and we'll talk about it later in this episode with Kitty specifically. But like it just feels so special, and I'm really happy that the queens on this season, queens off this season, and that the audience is seeing such a beautiful response to this season happening.
The most viewed premiere on WoW Presents Plus
ever.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. And I want to ask Jonathan as well, since this is your first time joining us for this season as well. Baby, what are you thinking of this season?
Honestly, just like what Melinda said, it is great to see an entire cast of all Asians, because we're so used to them being early outs, and we don't really get to see what they're capable of. And yeah, especially the comedy challenges always gets us. So it's good to see that we are succeeding and that they all had a chance to prove themselves and to show how talented they are, and not just, oh, there's this one Asian queen in the season, they're probably going to be early out. Except India.
And even for my season of Canada's Drag Race, like for 3 Asians to survive all the way to top 6, to be quite honest, to be perfectly honest with you, at that point it was at least for myself anyway, I was thinking this is a statistics game. How many of us realistically and statistically, based on previous seasons, will get to the top 4? That's a reality for us. I'm looking at Aurora, I'm looking at Kiki, myself, top 6. How many of us 3 bitches, Asian bitches, are actually going to get to the top 4? You can't help but have that mentality where there's only room for 1 Asian. That's a reality.
Yeah.
And so for now, to have this opportunity to not have to think about the statistics, no matter how talented, no matter how sickening your looks are, to not have to think about that statistic where you're guaranteed, doesn't matter if you're Asian or whatever, you're going to get to the top. You have a fair shot at the crown, not because of your background, but because of how sickening you are.
Yeah.
Bitch, that's everything.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, we start this episode with the unfortunate early departure and fainting once again of Ivory Glaze. I'm so mad. I'm going to say that. But she's also just someone I adore dearly. Yes, she deserved to go home. Unfortunately, I agree with the decision, but I'm just mad about it because I love her. But I am proud of the bitch because she did deliver a little bit more on Drag Race than she did her last time. So shout out to you, bitch. I love you, Ivory. You did better, but we love you, bitch. We love you here.
Venus is so shady.
And she didn't faint.
Right.
Yeah, correct.
I can't say I've seen that season, but I've seen a footage of that, and all I can say is at least this time she didn't faint. And bitch, eat a sandwich next time.
Ooh, not eat a sandwich.
To that point, actually, Viñas just came out with a video of her and Ivory eating a whole lot of like Filipino street food. So she's eating more than just a sandwich now.
Yay, good.
Yeah, Venus was so shady in this opening clip, though. She's like, I'm so happy that I could relieve her from the stresses of the competition.
Girl!
Because that's what Filipinos do. You go to the Philippines, doesn't matter if you're a competitor or not, they will host, they will make you feel at home, they'll make you feel like you're one of them. As they say in the Philippines, it's more fun in the Philippines. So expect hospitality, expect great blowjobs from Filipinos when you go to the Philippines. I'm just saying, it's more fun in the Philippines.
Noted.
Can I just go back to great blowjobs? No, I'm kidding. Actually, no, I'm not kidding.
Great. No, you don't need to be kidding here. I love to see it.
Let us know in the comments if it's true.
Right.
Yes, let us know. But we do find out that Miss Kitty was going to send Arizona home. I'm not surprised by that.
I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either.
I mean, again, are you gonna send a girl who's not gonna be a threat to you, or are you gonna send your biggest competition? It's a fucking competition at the end of the day. Do you want to fucking win, or do you want to be Miss Congeniality at the end of the day? So
exactly. I appreciate, honestly, from a gameplay perspective, I appreciate someone in this competition finally actually making a move and going, well, I would have sent home my biggest competition. It's a shame she did not know a single lyric to that lip sync song. So she couldn't have made the move even if she wanted to. Kitty, I love you. You know, the cameraman knew, Mama Pow knew, every single person on set and every single person in the Philippines knew. You did not know a word to that lip sync. But point stands, at least she was going to make the move. And I applaud her for it. It may have sunk her game, but at least she was going to make the move.
True, but I don't think she was trying to be strategic about it. I really think she was going based on friendship.
And I do think so.
I agree.
And that's also very true.
So.
That's also very true. Yeah, 100%. And she did say that, like, she's not going to betray family. She's not going to betray friends. Also, when you're in that setting, when you're in that pressure cooker, you will want to keep the people that make you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
To further your game, your own game. So there's still a little bit of that. It's not just like, oh my God, I'm going to sacrifice everything for my friend. No, it's also like, who here makes me feel a certain type of way? Okay, that bitch is gone, bitch.
Yeah.
If somebody is pissing me off or annoying me or like it's a threat to me, bitch, that bitch gone. And that's not your friend. But when you find those people, whether you're close friends with them or not, once you find those people that make you feel comfortable and confident, those are the motherfuckers you keep.
Absolutely.
In any aspect of life, honestly.
So
Exactly.
I don't know if it's in a matter of like 3 episodes that she and 3 episodes that she and Ivory Glaze decided, we're just gonna braid each other's hairs in the hotel room at night and be fucking best friends and kumbaya bullshit, whatever. But if Ivory made her feel comfortable, then Ivory gets a motherfucking stay.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, that is the reality of that pressure cooker. That is the reality of being in that hotel room. And plus, let's be fucking honest. At the end of the day, you'll go back to your motherfucking hotel room. You don't fucking see nobody. These are not your motherfucking best friends, bitch. You find out 1, 2, 3 bitches that make you feel comfortable and make you feel like, yeah, they're my peeps. And you save those motherfuckers because they will further your game.
And you talked about that a little bit when you during your season of Canada, because that played a little bit into your decision when you had the Golden Beaver to save Kiki over Aurora,
Kiki,
right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Kiki, saved me the week before, and there was no scenario, no universe, multiverse, dimension, whatever, that where I do not get to save Kiki because she did that for me. She believed in me, and in turn allowed me to then step out of whatever I was feeling at that time and start believing in myself again. And I started to feel confident again, even for just that one moment. And that's why I thought to myself, yeah, bitch, she fucking believed in me. And these other motherfuckers want to send my ass home. So who am I going to send home? The bitch that believed in me.
Exactly.
When you're in that pressure cooker, yes, there are those relationships, but at the same time, you save the people that are nearest and dearest to your heart because they make you feel good. They make you feel better.
Exactly. And now it seems like all the girls are going to try to, they're like, oh, well, now Kitty's saving her friend, blah, 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 blah. Is that not what the Pinoy Queens have been doing for the past?
Well, the thing is, yeah, they are, especially the Drag Race Philippines girls, they are sisters, and not just on the show, but they work together. They literally work together. They travel together. They gig together. I had a chance to work with so many of them when we did that all Asian show in LA last year, and Jiggly being their what we call a mama san. So that person is like their not pimp, but like what do you call that person that's like the head of a brothel?
Madam.
Miss Madam, your mama san, right? She was that person. And all these
not the Madam Yoko.
No, maybe not Madam Yoko. Not in that Boy Scout outfit. But Jiggly was their their leader. But and the relationship, the dynamic that these girls have with each other and with Jiggly that is just something that they have because they already have the experience, the bond, and the time that they have with each other. So it's just natural for that to also come through and translate in television. What you're seeing right now is not something that's fabricated or strategy or whatever. That is just who they are outside of that TV show, and it's just natural for them to, root for each other and save each other. That is just the natural progression of things for them.
On the flip side of that, did anybody catch Venus's confessional when Kitty said she picked Arizona's lipstick?
Yes.
And Venus says, "Well, I should have lost the lip sync then."
I mean, there is a part, yeah. If you're not going to pick Arizona's lipstick yourself,
Right.
passive aggressive, then maybe I should have just lost, so she could have fucking go.
I should
It
throw this
seems
lip sync.
like it really seems like, and I appreciate some of these girls, and we'll talk about it again at the end as well. It seems like the Pinoy girls are like, well, I don't want to make the big move. But if somebody else is willing to make the big move, oops, oh no. Oh boy, oh gee, oh gosh, my biggest competition, my sister. Oh no. That makes my path to the crown a little bit easier. And honestly, if that's the way they're going, I'm not too mad at that, to be honest.
It's a good story.
I'm really not that upset at that.
Biggest bitch, this is not a group win. At the end of the day, there can be only one. What is the grand prize? 2 million? Is it 2 million pesos or 1 million?
2 million pesos. 2 million.
2 million pesos only goes so far, and only one person can really have that. You're not gonna fucking split that 4 ways, bitch. You're not gonna split that 5 ways. It's all for yourself. So at the end of the day, when you get to that point, when you get to the top of the mountain, it's not traveling, the sisterhood of the traveling ostrich feathers, like I say. No. It's each person, each queen for herself. So if it just so happens that she lost a lip sync, oops, I guess there a bitch goes. It is what it is. But
yeah,
hey,
exactly.
It's a competition. It's a competition.
Exactly. So we move to next day in the workroom. We get another dumb fun mini challenge, which is just my favorite highlight of Drag Race Philippines is fun dumb mini challenges sponsored by Bingo Plus. I don't know the whole thing, but sponsored by Bingo Plus, and we are dropping a ball into a funnel to land on pit crew's faces, and I was just happy to see the pit crew. To be honest with you, I was like, "Hey, more pit crew!"
Well, yes,
love it. Love it.
For Melinda, everything is better in Philippines.
Yes.
It's more fun. It's more fun in the Philippines.
I can see.
Yeah,
well,
at
at least
least crew member now.
At least that's what their tourism department says.
Logan.
It's more fun in the It's more fun in the Philippines.
Yes.
Listen, I haven't been there since 2011. I haven't visited since 2011. And if you're a producer in the Philippines and you're watching this, that better fucking change. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Okay, right there. It better fucking change. Anyways.
Book her.
Right? But no, I mean, the mini challenges in the Philippines in general, and especially this season, they're just so fun and so not mindless, but like just carefree. There's nothing to it. It's just
a little parlor game. You
don't even get an opportunity to get in your head because they're so fucking stupid, and you can't help but just throw yourself at it and just
have a good time, just party,
just act a fool, exactly. And that's it.
Although, I mean, even as much fun as they are, those advantages and disadvantages really play a big part.
I mean, are the girls are the international girls having fun as well?
I would be.
Right? So I think at the end of the day, that's the goal. It's for everyone to just kind of have fun, whether you have the advantage of being from the Philippines or you're an international girl or you're an international girl.
At the end, once you win, the advantage that you give somebody else.
Oh, you give somebody, But that's every Drag Race franchise, though. Like, that's every Drag Race franchise. And at the end of the day, just have fun with it. Grab your motherfucking money and, see you on the runway, that kind of thing. At the end of the day, it's all a competition. But what I really appreciate is that, they get to share a lot of Filipino-isms.
Yes.
Like, the Filipino culture is definitely visible in these many challenges. And if you're an international girl, you really just can't help but like throw yourself into this mess, into this madness, and just feel like you're also at home, because it's just so chaotic. It's just so frenetic that you can't help but have fun with it.
Mm-hmm. Although this wasn't the most exciting one we've seen, it really is just guess which ball or face this is going to land on. Yeah. So really, you're just getting behind somebody. Maybe that's the most exciting part. Is
getting behind the picture.
And the thing is, you don't even realize that, this is not one of the most fun challenges they've had. But the fact that the girls are still screaming their motherfucking asses off, and that they're still jumping,
they're providing all the energy that you need, so you're distracted by the fact that it's just Mama Cow dropping a fucking ball. You don't even care that everyone but 2 queens lost
7 people out first round.
And Yuhua's just like, well, that didn't last long. And I appreciate Yuhua at least providing a little bit of realism here, being like, well, I guess it's down to Suki and Siam.
It's just testament to how fun this season and successful this season is, just because the girls really just to get to be themselves. And, full tea and whatever, but full tea, we've seen so many now in different countries, different franchises, and sometimes it just feels overly produced.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. If I have the shade button right now, or like shade right there.
I love it.
That is just so overly produced sometimes, but I'm not getting that in this franchise, in this season. I'm not getting that the feeling where everything is just contrived and overly produced. I'm just getting pure chaotic energy, and I think that's the success of this season so far, is that unhinged chaotic energy that is just so fun to watch.
Especially the queens. You can definitely tell they're 100%. Just being themselves.
Correct. The producers can throw whatever prompts and challenges at them, but it's really up to the queens to bring it to life and take it to another level where it then becomes entertaining to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And even some of the international queens that we didn't know for their chaotic energy in their original seasons are feeding into the chaos. Like, I think of people like Suki, I think of Kitty, I think of Ivory. Like, we're seeing those queens kind of feeding into it. Like, Yuhua was always chaotic, so I'm happy to see more chaos from her. But
that one could probably tone it down a little bit. There's too much chaos.
That's a little too much.
Too much chaos. But you bring up Suki. Suki for me, and I've also met Suki, but Suki for me during our season didn't stand out too much, didn't bring so much energy. But there is something about Suki this time that I'm feeling like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? There's this energy that is just coming out so effortlessly and so naturally that I feel like she can't help but just have fun and enjoy her time there, which then makes me feel like I'm enjoying what she's doing and I'm enjoying watching her. And for me being Canadian, I just can't help but be so proud of Suki. And I'm just happy that she got that experience to just be herself, so the world can see what else she can bring to the table.
We've been talking about it, but she feels comfortable here. She didn't 100%. Feel that comfortable. Mm-hmm. She didn't feel that comfortable the first time on Canada's Drag Race, but she feels so comfortable here. And that's what I was hoping to see the most from Suki on this season. Because I've loved Suki since Canada season 2. But to see her almost blossom in this beautiful way on this season so far has been so phenomenal to see. And then obviously to see her get to wear her own fashions this time around has just been just the icing on a beautiful Suki Doll cake. I'm thrilled for her. I'm so proud of Suki. Same. Unfortunately, she didn't get this mini challenge win because it was kind of prescripted. Siam said, I need to win something. And then guess what she did? Win the mini challenge. So thanks, producers, for giving us this prescripted. Siam's going to win the mini challenge. Little bit.
I mean, there's room for everybody.
Let's just say that. Hi, Siam. She won the mini challenge.
Hi, Siam. She won now.
You know, I do want to add just to backtrack a second about Siam when we were talking about Suki being more comfortable. I feel like Siam's about the same exact story this season because Thailand 3, it seemed like she was so reserved. She couldn't be herself and everyone beat her up for it. And seeing her now being more comfortable in her skin and in the workroom, it's honestly exciting to see.
I couldn't agree with you
that
more.
Probably gave her a lot more confidence to win this mini challenge.
Isn't that strange that it took Siam going to another country to feel herself, to feel like herself, to feel
around non-Thai.
Yeah.
Well, to feel like she can be just as authentic as she needs to be, just for her to have a good time. And I keep going back to the phrase, it's more fun in the Philippines. I think it's just a testament to the energy of, being in the Philippines and being around these queens. It just allows you to be your most authentic self because no one's going to fucking judge you for being a booger. No one's going to judge you for being stupid. I mean, they might send you home, but they're not going to put you down for being who you are and for failing. And if anything, these girls have done a really fantastic job of making the international girls feel welcome. And I think it's showing. It's showing that, yes, we're in a competition, but hey, guess what? Welcome to the Philippines. Our home is your home.
Yep. But Pangina is doing her best to give her PTSD.
I agree. And I think it's so funny, too, that she's competing in the exact same studio.
Yep.
Because Thailand 3 was filmed in this studio. So she's in the... Yeah, Thailand 3 was filmed in the Philippines studio. So she is in the exact same studio where they filmed Thailand 3 and having a complete 180 circumstance. I think that even as well is contributing to the fact that she's just having a much better experience, which I agree. I'm so happy to see for her. But
I didn't know that Thailand filmed. Sorry.
Yeah, if you look back, they literally just completely redesigned the whole workroom. Between Philippines season 3 and Thailand season 3, I think there was 2 weeks between the two filming. So if you look really closely, you can see that they're the exact same workroom and stage. It's one of those spot the differences kind of games, but it's really cool to see. Which is I think why they were easily able to get Pangina as well, because it's
and the iconic words of Katya. Party.
I agree. But we find out that this week's Maxi Challenge is the Rusical. We are doing Crazy Bitch Slaysians, the Rusical. I don't think there is any more perfect Rusical to do for this season. And for winning the mini challenge, Siam, her advantage is that she gets to outright pick her role before anybody else does. And she gets to give a disadvantage to a queen in that one queen gets to get the leftover role. She does not get to pick her role. And we all know where this is going.
Yes.
We know exactly who she's going to pick because someone here has 2 Ru badges. So, of course, she's going to give the disadvantage to Viñas. I think that was obviously the right pick. And even then, Viñas ends up with the perfect role?
Role for her.
How did the girls let that happen? I'm sorry. That role was written for Viñas DeLuxe.
Listen, I don't think that was necessarily the perfect role, but knowing Viñas, she could have been a fucking hunchback of Notre Dame, and she would have made that the fucking star of the show. That's just the kind of star that Viñas is. And if you want to win an all-star season, bitch, you're gonna turn turd into gold. So, was that the perfect role? We don't know. But did she make vodka lemonade out of calamansi?
Yes, she sure did.
Calamansi is like a little citrus fruit in the Philippines. Did she make vodka lemonade out of that? She fucking did. So, that is just the nature of the competition, and it just shows you who really are the girls to beat in this competition. It doesn't matter what you throw at them; they're gonna be gold. They're gonna be stars, and that's what All Stars is, right? All Stars.
Absolutely.
Venus wasn't even bothered at all that she had to pick the last remaining role. She was like,
I thought that, oh, spoiler alert, I actually thought she should have been top 2.
For the Rusical, yes.
We'll talk about it because
we'll get into it.
I don't know that is necessarily a very unpopular opinion here.
We'll get into it.
Yes, there wasn't a whole lot of debate as far as the roles were concerned. We had a couple of auditions, but nothing super major.
That preview last week really made it seem like this was going to be some dramatic thing where well, I thought we were doing a sister thing, and you all voted and gave this role.
No.
Well, they're gonna come back and watch the next episode. Hello, it's called a cliffhanger, like Naomi Smalls' toes.
Life's not
cliffhanger.
Yeah,
cliffhanger.
I just was like, oh, yeah. I guess there wasn't drama about this after all.
No, not at all. Because we get one audition where, what is it? Arizona gets the role over.
The first was Yuhua and Suki.
Oh, Yuhua and Suki. Mm-hmm. And they give Suki the role, which, yes. Seeing the role afterwards, correct choices, ladies.
Yes.
And then we get the audition with Yuhua and Arizona, and they give Yuhua the role, which I will say again, correct.
Yep.
All for Arizona to get this role, and then swap with Kitty, because Kitty feels so guilty over hypothetically sending Arizona home when, again, she didn't know any of the words to the lip sync, so she wouldn't have. So
that part was weird. That was weird. Mm-hmm.
It felt weird, right? I agree with you, Melinda. It felt really weird.
That was weird. It's like, why, girl? Why?
That's suspicious.
It just was like, girl, you already did the thing. She's moved on. You know she's gonna come for you. Move on and just do your thing. It's another day in the workroom, and you feel renewed.
Exactly. You already apologized the day before. You cried over it to her. She accepted your apology. She still sent you home later. Who cares, girl? Like,
it's a new day in the workroom. Move on. It was just weird. It was like, so why? Weird. Girl, why? It was a lot of tears for Safe.
Yeah, part of me thinks that. So we saw Arizona asking to switch roles, and Kitty kept saying, "No, I want to just listen to it first." And then after she listened to it, that's when she switched. So part of me wondered if Kitty was like, after listening to it, maybe I'd want the other one.
Do you think it was just because that chef part was a lot of words in English?
Listen, I don't think any of these motherfuckers really cared about what parts they got. Like, several of them, I could confidently say that the Filipino girls anyway, I could confidently say they could have been given, like I said, the role of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and they were like, I don't give a flying fuck.
Sure,
right?
Yeah.
For Kitty, though, I don't think it was a strategy on her part. I think she was just like really feeling guilty about that choice the previous week, that she felt like, I could put myself as a sacrifice for this, which again was just too fucking weird. It's like, girl, you got the role that probably you needed. Just stick with it. Just run away with it. There was no need for this extra. So I don't know. It was for me. It was messy. It was just unneeded. It was just like, bro, what the fuck you doing?
It didn't feel like strategy from Kitty, but it definitely felt like strategy from Arizona. And I'm not too mad at that, to be honest with you.
No.
Can I just point out the irony to Melinda? I don't know if you watched Drag Race France season 2, but that was Kitty's season, and the Rusical was Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah,
that's right.
Literally,
that was literally the Rusical our season.
And she didn't make
it that far.
So I'm like, I do love all the Hunchback allusions there, but yeah, everyone's practicing their stuff. We then get to go to the main stage for practice with Teacher Cecile. I'm so happy to see Teacher Cecile. I love her. Anytime she's there, I'm like, yes, because she's just straightforward, to the point, lovely. And she's like, let's choreograph this together. And I said, oh, we're choreographing together. Oh, this can't go horribly.
It's a collaboration. Okay.
I said, oh, we're collaborating on this choreography? Oh. Any thoughts?
Did she do?
I didn't quite catch that.
I think so.
That it was going to be a collab between her and the competitors, and
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, what was the end result? It was entertaining. Still, it looked good. You know, it didn't.
With the end result, I will say also, and part of the collaboration is there were some queens who I feel like they definitely added their own twist to it, which were effective, and some queens didn't do anything else at all. So as far as collaboration, I think, yeah, Teacher Cecile probably gave them the opportunity to make the character their own, which some did better than others.
I did worry for Kitty's life at one point when they were lifting her up and flipping her, and she just started falling backwards. I was
but Cookie told us that she can do cartwheels. I got so concerned. I was like, "Where's the cartwheel, Kitty?"
But girl, she's done it twice already during her lip sync. I think.
No, I was like, Cookie 20 lied to us.
One during the girl group challenge, and then another one during her lip sync versus Viñas last week. She can do cartwheels.
Yes.
But listen. Sometimes you get on a TV show called Drag Race, and you think you can do everything. And the day of the motherfucking rehearsals, everything goes wrong, right? You've trained to dance your whole motherfucking life or whatever. You go on a TV show, and guess what? Everything is recorded. Especially the bad shit. Especially when you're falling. Especially when you're failing. And what makes the cut? All of that bullshit. Mm-hmm. So, is that really all that Kitty is capable of doing? Is that really all that Kitty did during rehearsals? No, but is it entertaining to watch? Fuck yeah. So that's what made the edit. So, reality is, I gotta bring everyone back down to reality. That's why you have us Drag Race girls here.
Thank you.
You know, she probably did well during rehearsal. She probably did at least okay. But what made the cut was what was entertaining to watch. Kitty almost fucking dying.
Yep. Especially when it's entertaining.
Next.
Yeah, there was really nothing else from the rehearsal other than that moment.
Are you gonna show these girls like thriving and like, oh, good job, I did that, yay? No, you're gonna see a motherfucker like almost falling and breaking her head and dying and whatnot. That's what's entertaining to watch. So I'm just presenting perspective here, where what you see on the show is not everything that happens, folks. You know, the hour that you see on the show, it's not the whole fucking hour that we are there. No, there are moments of triumph. There are moments where you feel good. But, of course, for entertainment purposes, what you see is as falling, as fumbling, as being stressed. It's like, oh my god, that's what you see. But give these queens a little bit of grace. You know, she probably did okay during rehearsals, but they made it work. They made it work.
Oh yeah.
The
And then
collab was a success.
Oh, absolutely it was. And then we see back in the workroom as they're getting ready, everyone's like, oh, Brigiding was the #1 star in the Philippines before Drag Race. And it's like, yes, let's paint the biggest target on Brigiding's back in this competitive competition, everyone. Let's do that. And then we do get this very heartwarming story from Brigiding when Yuhua is talking to her, being like, oh, I think I've worked with everybody else here in the competition that's from Drag Race Philippines except for you. And Brigiding is talking about how when she went to the US to perform and get away and kind of reinvent herself, she got deported back to the Philippines, and how that was just a big kind of fuck you to her.
I don't know if a heartwarming is.
I mean, did she overstay her visa though?
I know. I think she just got like rejected when she tried to come here. I don't know what the story is.
Well, I mean, no. For you to be deported, you have to have been there already, and then something happens, and then the government decides, you're not here for legit reasons. Time to go, bitch. Versus you just getting your visa denied. Those are two very, very, very different instances. Well, I'm not speculating, but deportation means you were already there. Something happened. And then they're like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
and normally when a deportation happens, and I don't know if she was like whoring herself there. I don't know if she was whoring herself.
Alleged information. We are not speculating on the.
We're not speculating.
What thing is doing.
This is not.
But...
I'm not speaking on anyone's. I'm not saying that this is like factual information. I'm speculating, but for her to be deported,
and I who knows if that's even the right word for
right? Yeah, I feel like she may have just used the wrong word.
That's
who even knows? Yeah,
because it sounded like she didn't actually get to enter the United States.
That's what
my understanding.
That's the assumption that I got from this conversation, was that she didn't even get to enter the U.S.
I've seen footage online though, and I think this is probably before Drag Race Philippines season 1, that she was actually in the U.S. performing.
Oh, okay.
Because she did say that during confessionals that she'd spent some time in the U.S. Performing, and I did see footage online as well of her performing in the U.S. That she might have been either a visitor or a resident.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. But the storyline here now is that after Drag Race Philippines season 1, she tried to go back to the U.S. I don't know if she has family there or whatever contact she has there. She tried to go back to the U.S. to maybe reside there temporarily, but here we are having this conversation right now. What happened during that time? Who knows?
Well, Brigiding, come to the cup and clear this all up for us.
Yeah,
Brigiding, clear the air.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah, but it sucked to hear that it kind of like stunted, everything that happened to her after the show, because I had heard bits and pieces about, her getting, not the best response after the show, just because of, the accolades that she had prior to the show, and hearing everything about, the success that she had prior to Drag Race, and then not getting that response afterwards, and then kind of having a lot of hurdles after Drag Race, just hearing all of that, and then the heartwarming part that I was referring to, David, being like, well, coming back to Drag Race and getting that reaffirmation of saying, no, we are here, we are all successful, we're back here, showing that, no, we're not failures, we're not like we are all success stories, regardless of what our previous experiences are. That was the part that I really appreciated hearing from her, because that's not always something we hear in general on Drag Race. And it's something that, frankly, I think the fan base needs to hear, because unfortunately, a lot of times, queens that are early outs on Drag Race do not get the treatment that queens that go further in seasons get. And it's something that needs to change, because getting on Drag Race itself is a pinnacle of every queen's career. And queens, regardless, both on and off Drag Race, and drag artists in general, on and off Drag Race, need to be celebrated, because drag is an art form that needs to be celebrated, period. But if you're going to treat Drag Race queens that go far on a season well, you need to treat Drag Race queens in general well, period.
Well, listen. I don't agree if it's a matter of something that needs to change, because that is a behavior from the fandom in general that just is, whether we like it or not. It just is. We sign up for that, and it is what it is, unfortunately. And here's the thing: Drag Race itself is an opportunity. It's a platform for your art form to be seen, for your charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent to be seen. What you do with it, whether you make top 5 or you win or you're first out, what you do with it is what really matters. What you do with it when you get off the show is what really matters. And the biggest testament to that is Vanjie, where we have a first out, and then she's become one of the biggest names, one of the most powerful queens to have come out of Drag Race. And, and we've also seen winners now that they're at risk of like getting their titles stripped. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you land in your season, but what you do after it, when you get that opportunity, when you get that platform. What are you going to do to jump off of that and make something out of your career? I think is the most important thing, and one of the most important things that A, the queens need to realize, and B, that the fandom need to also see, is that this is not the end all be all of your drag career or your career in general. You can also have other successful careers or other successful runs on other TV shows.
Correct.
After your run on Drag Race. And also, can I just say something? Just something that I'm also speaking of, what you do with this platform. I get a lot of comments that, Mother Melinda, why don't you get why don't you have like hundreds of thousands of followers already on Instagram? And because I only at this point right now, I think I have like 28.6 thousand followers on Instagram, and I'm like, I'm working. I've been on 2 TV shows, and now I have a web series. I'm booked. I'm traveling across Canada and the US.
What do you need followers for?
The followers are great, but I'm working.
Right.
Yep.
And and the comments that I see everywhere, where oh my God, I'm living for you. I'm converted now. I'm now a big Melinda fan. Doesn't follow me. I see a lot of that online, and that's okay. The following is great, but for exposure. But as long as people are still talking about you, and at the end of the day, you're booked and blessed. It really is what you make. It's really what you make out of this opportunity.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And I'm glad that all of these queens are getting a second opportunity to show what they have to offer on such a unique platform here. And I love that.
Admittedly, I kind of fell into that trap as far as what Brigiding was talking about, how I guess her edit in season 1 wasn't really a reflection of who she is outside of the show, but I didn't know any better. I only knew her through that show, so that was my perspective of her. And seeing other YouTube videos, fast forward to actually just maybe last month, I was watching a YouTube video of Eva La Queen's live podcast, and they were talking about Brigiding, how she was the it girl coming in before Drag Race. And I'm like, is that true? Because I did not see that in her original season. So now seeing her this season and actually thriving, I'm like, okay, I kind of see it, and that I kind of feel guilty that was my only perspective of Brigiding the first time around.
You know what? Like, this might be a controversial thing to say, but I feel like her season 1 sisters kind of did it to her, because she came on the show and immediately they made her storyline, oh, but what's your brand? And I don't think most of the queens that season had a very easily succinctable like brand that you could just say within a sentence or two. And I don't think most queens have that. I don't think they need it. But they just put the onus on Brigiding to like, what is your brand? You have to prove to us that you have a brand. And that became her storyline, and that got her in her head. And I think it worked on the audience too. And I don't think they had malicious intents with it, but it got us thinking too, yeah, what is your brand? What is your brand? And it's actually really sad that became her storyline.
I feel like that's a big thing in Philippines. Only the Philippines franchise is having a brand. Like no other franchises actually discuss that out in the open.
Yeah. Melinda.
20 seconds.
Period.
You know that's code for something.
Remove so we don't have sound. There we go.
Yes, we're going to take Melinda out for just one.
I was like, we're going to get a really insightful response about
truly, genuinely. I thought we were going to get some absolutely.
Maybe when she gets back.
Maybe when she gets back, but no, I thought we were going to get some grand thoughts on branding and things like that from a queen that has a distinct brand,
very well defined.
Just,
yes.
But no, I do agree with that. I think, and having seen a lot of the stuff that Briggs has done both before and after her first run on Drag Race, and we talked about it in the Turing interview as well, but her replication of the iconic Dina Cass video from Miss Continental lives rent-free in my brain. And if you haven't checked it out, please do so, because it is the only replica of the Dina Cass video that I think is up to the same standard. Melinda's back. Hello, Melinda.
Welcome back. Welcome back, ladies.
Welcome back. We've made some decisions.
As you should. It's a 1-hour show.
Melinda Verga, you're safe. No, I'm kidding. But no, for now. But no, let's, with all that being said, I think we should take it to the runway. Because, I mean, looking beautiful.
Hilarious. This is hilarious. My partner looked at it and he was like, "What is that on her head?" And I got it immediately.
It's a
he was like, I love the cupcake kind of dessert thing on his head. I'm like, that is not what that is, babe.
No.
Babe, that is vibes. That's not a cupcake. That's a bacha. It's a big ass basin where you have water and all your laundry and soap.
Well, they wash
and
the
then
laundry.
You take it to the fucking river. You take it to the river, and that's where you wash your clothes by hand. That's what it is. It's a nod. It's a shout out to all those ladies, those moms, those women of the household that do the laundry all the time, and
all the Macy's.
And that's why. And that's why her intro changed ever so slightly, and she was our mother tucking laundry woman this week on the runway. And I admittedly had to look it up because I did not get the reference at first, unfortunately. But I fucking love this look. I think it's so good.
Funny.
It's so good. It's so good. I also think I did call her hair color at the start of the season. I think I might have predicted red.
This wasn't red though, was it?
It's
black.
Is it black?
See, I thought it was purple when she was on the stage, but then when she was sitting at the desk, I was like, oh, it's brown.
Hold on.
It's brown.
It's pretty dark.
Oh no, I think it's black. But she's had red hair every other episode this season.
Mm-hmm.
Her wig color changes.
It's been well, whatever.
She usually sticks with a theme, but she's deviating. But I think this is some of the best makeup I've seen from her. Like this, her face seems so different, and I really liked it.
Is it?
I mean, she's always pretty.
Do we know is Tiny doing her makeup this season? I don't know. It might be Tiny. If it's Tiny, Werk Tiny. It might be Tiny DeLuxe doing her face this season. I believe it was Tiny doing her makeup last season. But I love this. I love this look. We're gonna talk about the judges' looks more and look over here, but this is absolutely stunning. And I mean, the look was so big that I needed to give Miss Jervy Wrightson her own slide because hello. Look at the motherfucking material, bitch. Hello, ma'am. Huh? She said, I'm going to have 2 episodes and I'm going to make it count. And I thank you. And then I'm so Pangina. Where? Huh?
She said, I woke up like
and
this.
I thank you. I love her. I love her. I love this. So good. So good. But we have a Rusical to talk about. And we got some bitches here to talk about. So, Melinda, my dear, what do you think of this Rusical?
Well, I've seen this twice.
Well, yes.
I saw this first, for Bench Queens, and then I saw it again today. What do I think of the Rusical? I felt better today. I'm gonna give you a little bit of tea. When we saw this, it was still in the editing stage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, that's not a spoiler, but that's tea behind the scenes. So it was still being finessed because we filmed Bench Queens before the premiere of this season. So we got to see.
I think that's public knowledge.
It was still a little bit raw when we saw this. So when Joella and I were looking at this, there were still some sound issues, some editing issues. Already getting there, but like I said, it still wasn't quite perfect. We were like, what the fuck am I watching? And you're gonna see that on Friday on Bench Queens.
Period.
No, so the version we saw was still a little bit, rough. It was in the works. So now seeing a more polished version of it, it's definitely come together. It's definitely made more sense for me anyway, having seen another version. So having seen this episode, way more entertaining. I can see the production. I can see the polish in it now, and sickening, entertaining.
Yes. Period. Oh, Jonathan, what did you think? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings, my dear?
I love all the performances, most of the performances. Some did not quite bring it up to the level like others, and some actually took it up a notch and added their own flair and made their character more exciting to watch, even when it's not their performance. And I'm talking about Viñas.
Period.
And you know what? I'm going to add to that because for me, also there is that filter where, okay, we are so used to seeing Asians go home during an acting challenge, during a Rusical, during a comedy challenge. So for me, I was also looking at it from a perspective where I'm really going to be critical. So I wanted to see them really bring it to life and turn up the volume. So for me, the clear standout was Viñas in that she was the one who was not necessarily unhinged, but like you can see even the little nuances there, the little things that she did, especially when she was with the bride and the groom in the beginning during the ceremony, and
Her reactions to others.
she could look at Brigiding, and she kept focusing on the groom, and just a little
exactly where this photo I have of her is from. That's
yes.
from that exact moment at the very beginning where she's like, "Ooh, he cute."
And it's those little things that you see when someone just has that quality. They're not even trying. They just know how to be that star without even doing the most. And that's why for me, I'm saying she is the standout for me. Is because she didn't necessarily need to be like the whatever of the episode. The little things told me this bitch has it.
I agree with that. David, what did you think? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings?
Yeah, I thought this was a good Rusical. It was kind of like a whirlwind because we have 9 people and it's going so fast. Like, I swear we have longer Rusicals with less queens on most seasons. But I had a pretty clear top 3, middle 3, bottom 3. I ranked everybody, and I like to give my rankings. So my lowest, my 9th place was Kitty, and it mostly came down to the words just not matching up. It was pretty obvious. I think she was, for me, the clear bottom. Above her at number 8, I had Siam, who I thought did fairly well. Maybe didn't have as much energy as a lot of the other performers. For me, number 7 was Bernie. I thought Bernie did well. Just among this crowd, she kind of faded a little bit, which I'm not used to that from Bernie. So it kind of caught me off guard. So yeah, I agreed with the bottom 3. Spoiler. Then things get a little tricky here because you'll see I didn't agree with the top 3. So my number 6 was Yuhua, which I think she did really well. I really didn't have much to complain about with her. I just think other people stood out a little bit more. Number 5 for me. Here's my hot take. Number 5. And I wrote this after I watched the Rusical. I had Arizona, a very strong number 5. I liked what she did. I just really liked 4 people a little bit more. So number 4 for me was Suki. I was so impressed with her. I did not expect for her to thrive in this kind of challenge, but she just had a lot of charisma, a lot of presence. You felt the emotion from her. So I loved it. Then my top 3. Number 3, I had Brigiding. Yes, I thought Brigiding did very well. She was there, present throughout the whole performance. She had a lot of dynamics. So I really enjoyed getting to see the actress side of Brigiding. For me, number 2 was Viñas. I thought Viñas killed it. Viñas is such an unstoppable force this season. She, I thought we the taste that we got of her at the beginning was all we were going to get, but then she came at the end. That's what she said, and it was incredible as well. So I love Viñas. For me, number 1. This is the second episode I've had Khianna number 1, and she was not in the top 3, and I don't understand it. I think Khianna killed this challenge. She is such a performer. She was doing karate or I don't know if it was karate, taekwondo. She was doing something that was very impressive. Nobody else did that. I don't know. I don't know why she was not in the top 3. I thought Khianna killed this.
Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. So David and I do like to do our rankings of challenges here. I have adopted that from David. And usually, as of recent, David and I have tended to have very similar lists. Pretty similar lists. We could not be more different in our lists today, and I think that's very fun. So there's going to be a lot of David. There's going to be a lot of David staring at me. There's going to be a lot of David giving me side
Khianna
eye.
and Viñas were your bottom two?
No.
Oh, you said they couldn't be more different. Okay.
You're gonna see some interesting things, and there may be some yelling happening here shortly. But so number 9 on my list. I love her. I love her. I love her. Bernie was my least favorite in this Rusical. She brought nothing to this character. I unfortunately think she brought nothing to this character. I just don't think it really. It wasn't successful.
Already made Melinda rage quit.
I know. Unfortunately, I really just it didn't provide anything groundbreaking for me. Unfortunately,
she did the thing and then it was done.
Yeah, and like there were no like outside moments really. Unfortunately, like I did not notice Bernie at all, other than her solo moment. And I love Bernie, and it really upset me for that. But number 8 for me was Kitty. I think she added some good moments outside of her solo moment. But you know, her solo moment didn't add, like, other than that, you know, there wasn't a whole lot going on for her. Here's where David's about to be mad at me. I have Khianna at number 7. Here's why. I think there were 7 people that did really well in this Rusical. I do think Khianna, in her solo moment, was very good. I'm going to give her a whole lot of praise. I think her solo was great. I think all of the moves she was doing in her solo were really, really good. I didn't find any other parts of her in the Rusical to be all that memorable, to be honest with you. I can't really tell you any. True, but I watched the Rusical 3 times to make sure that I was noticing any other moments where Khianna was present or giving any other parts of her character. And I didn't see any other parts of her character. That's just my interpretation of the performance. I'm glad you have her first. I really am. She didn't stand out for me in the Rusical. And that's just me personally. So, number 6, I have Yuhua for honestly kind of the same reasons. I think her solo part was good. I think she had some funny moments, but Yuhua did not stand out for me in the way that I really expected her to. I thought with this character, I thought she really would have stood out in a very positive way. This felt like the character for Yuhua to finally break out and finally get a top placement, and it was nothing of the sort. And I was really disappointed in Yuhua here. Number 5, I have Suki. I think Suki did a really great job. Her solo was great. I do think she provided a lot of really strong moments outside of the solo. I think she did a great job as the mom character, and overall, I think she did good. Number 4, I have Siam. Yes, I know. I see that. I was
trying to be respectful.
I see you there. I think Siam had one of the most successful solos, actually, in my opinion. I really enjoyed her solo. I thought she brought a lot outside of the solo performance. Her facial expressions were really strong. Yes, she deserved to be low based on challenge and runway. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But based on the challenge alone, I thought she actually did a pretty good job in the challenge. I have Briggs at number 3. I think Briggs did a great job as the lead. The lip sync was tight at most points. There was a little bit at the beginning, but she really held her own as the lead here, and I think she did a great job. I have Arizona at number 2 because I loved her solo. She had my favorite solo performance of the night. I just think she did everything that she needed to do. But Viñas, for me, was the star of this Rusical, hands down. I really just think from every single moment that she had, from this moment on screen at the very, very start to changing wigs every single time, and then the moment she turned the wig around, she had me sold. I loved every bit of it. I thought Viñas absolutely demolished this Rusical. And for not being able to pick her part, she killed this. No notes. I'm calling it now. Viñas DeLuxe is winning this season of Slaysian Royale. I'm calling it.
I wouldn't be
If
mad.
they don't take her, if they don't take her out, they're doing themselves a disservice.
But Melinda's already seen the entire season through Bench Queens.
Maybe.
Get
And
ready for
everything is
twists. Get ready for twists and turns. We're only in episode 4, so get ready for twists and turns.
I can't wait to see how this turns out. But
Yeah, for me, it's really becoming a 2-horse race between Viñas and Khianna. I would have had both of them in the top 3 times out of 4 episodes, so I'm loving them.
interesting. Well,
I agree with everything you said there, except putting Khianna that low.
valid. I think there were 7 people that did really well, but I see what you mean. I see what you mean for sure.
And putting Siam that high.
Also that one. Also, no. Mistake. Mistake in what universe?
Fair. Whatever.
Also, can I just make a note that that wig turning thing took me out because that was a kitten moment during my season.
Yeah.
And that was one of Kitten's most iconic moments during my season. So that was the only thing that took me out. Otherwise, Viñas had that challenge. I don't know why she was not top 2. I don't know why. Who was the other one? So Brigiding and
Arizona.
Because they didn't like her runway.
It's the runway.
It was a runway. Okay.
But any other?
Well, I feel like if we're gonna put more emphasis on the runway on this one, I feel maybe Suki should have been top 3 if that is the point. Because sorry about it. Sorry, not sorry. No one touched Suki's runway this episode.
I think one person came close.
Well, let's talk about it then. Unless
no one did.
Any other thoughts on the Rusical before we move on?
Oh yeah, the Rusical. It was fun. It was great. It was camp. Love it.
Love
no
it.
notes.
Big fan. Huge. Lovely Rusical. But let's talk about our runway real quick. Category is Happy Festival. Of course, check out our Look Over Here episode where we will talk at length about the runways. But I love the pun.
Festival.
Festival.
It's a happy festival, okay?
Festival. I love
Mama Pow's been doing that all season, by the way.
I love it. I love it so much. Auspicious. Magnanimous. I love it so much. She's finally realized how funny she is as a host on this show, and it makes me so happy. Like, she's finally leaning into the camp of herself, and I'm so happy about it. And it's made me so happy this whole season. Thank you, Mama Pow. We thank you, Mama Pow. Thank you. I love it. But
it took her 4 seasons, but here we are.
Hey, sometimes it takes people 4 seasons, like Brooklyn.
Oh.
I said what I said.
Category is Happy Festival.
Happy Festival, everyone. I love you, Brooklyn. And your face.
Hey, it's I've seen it in person lately. It's the face is facing. The mug is mugging.
Always.
Yes. It's giving money. It's giving money. It's giving I'm the host of a successful franchise. It's
Correct.
Giving it's giving all the gives. It's giving all the gives.
And you know what else is giving? Brigiding.
Period.
That's all I have to say is period.
It's listen, it's clever. It did give me the when she turned around because the mask, the sculpture or whatever rendering they did with the mask was so fucking good. I thought it was actually her face until she turned around and she did her blinkety blink. What? Yes, 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 yes.
This look is so good that I don't even know which side this is in this picture. Is it the front or is it the back? I don't know.
That's the back. That's the back. This one is the back.
Well, there you go. It's so good.
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's the
well.
See, you
It's
can't
that
even
good.
tell.
It is
You
that
can't
good.
even tell the mouth from the asshole. That's how good it is.
I've heard that about you, Melinda.
Oh.
It is, after all, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
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 Correct.
Yeah, this one, like she started like spinning around during the runway, and I did lose track. Like I was looking at it, and I could not tell at the end which side was which. This was incredible. This was the one that I was like, it was right up there with Suki for me.
Best look of the
It
night.
was up.
I know
It was up for sure. It was up. I won't say it's up there, but it was up.
this was my favorite look of the night. I know Suki exists, but this was my favorite look of the night.
It's just like I know Suki exists.
I know Suki exists, but yeah,
Next.
Kitty space. Melinda, no.
Speechless.
Melinda, no.
It's so good.
Speechless,
She's
right? Okay.
I think she's praying.
No.
Can I not comment? Can I not comment?
She said, I
Oh,
plead the
no.
Pomara fifth.
Because
Yeah,
I
so
like
you can-
Kitty. I like Kitty. I like Kitty.
So we do have a thing here where you can plead the Pomara fifth if you want.
The what now?
So you could plead. So like plead the fifth in the US
Oh,
is a
I'm not.
phrase.
See, I'm not American. I don't know what the fuck that
Yeah,
means.
so plead the fifth is a term that we have in the US.
Right.
But we've adopted it. So
Right.
you could plead the Pomara fifth, inspired by Pomara fifth from Drag Race Down Under.
I see.
So if you would
Uh,
like to, you
okay.
can if you want to.
I'm not pleading nothing, but all I can say is, girl, you went out looking like that. I mean, it's giving. What's that snow monster in Ice Age?
The abominable snowman. It's
All of that. She
being
went out.
abominable is not a good adjective.
She went out looking like that today. It just the face was. There was a lot on the face, and I don't know what it was. It just looked like she fell into like a snowbank that somebody had peed on, and here we are.
Not yellow snow.
Not yellow snow, honey.
No.
And I love Kitty. I love Kitty. But the runway was, I don't know. Sorry.
I like what she was going for. I like the idea of it. It just seems like the execution was quite not what she hoped it to be.
9 stars, 1 tomato.
Oh, I knew you were going to say something like that.
Oh,
That's good.
I
That's pretty good.
I-
9 stars, 1 tomato.
love you, Kitty. Mean it.
Next.
Bernie. Oh, love you, Bernie. Mean it.
You know what? I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it. And listen, I don't feel like I'm the fashion queen of my season, so I'm always very respectful, very mindful of my comments when it comes to runways. I don't hate it. I just wish the shoes would have been different.
The shoes.
Stripper heels, as they call them.
I mean,
It's
hasn't
like-
she worn the same stripper heel every episode?
And
I
also
love
her
me.
and also her regular season. So I think that's the thing that took me out. First and foremost, where the shoes. If it's giving fantasy, the whole look is giving fantasy. I feel like from wig to stiletto, that should give fantasy, and the shoes weren't giving fantasy for me. It was giving Friday night at the strip club fantasy.
Like, this would be sickening as a bar look for a bar number. I'd be gagged. I'd tip her well, but
No, the look from here up was great.
yeah,
But waist down, and I feel like that's a running theme with Bernie this season, is that there's just something not quite taking her to that. You know what I mean?
I
Like
agree. 100%.
she's always just middle of the pack, very much blending in, not standing out, but also not terrible.
Yes,
And there's just that something.
and I don't know what it is.
I know
It's a
what
shoe.
it is.
It's a shoe.
It's the shoe.
It's a stripper heel.
I like the look. It is a good look. There's nothing wrong with the look itself. I just wish that the two other heads were a little bit more than just mannequin heads with red faces and the same wig.
Listen, it's actually a very festival look, in that you see elements of like Filipino fiesta in it, even to the mask. That's very Filipino fiesta. The beads, all of that. It's very Filipino fiesta. So we're talking about the runway, the main stage of one of the biggest drag competitions in the world, and I just compared to the other girls, what the other girls have been bringing so far, I just wish that from festival it could be
More elevated.
that part.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites. I liked it a lot. The wigs are kind of giving me thing 1 and thing 2 and thing 3.
Oh. See, for me, it was giving a little bit of Princess Disaster. It's
Not
giving a little bit.
a disaster. It's more elevated than that.
Yes.
Well, yes, but it is
It's a
giving.
redemption look that we got
Oh,
in All
this is-
Stars.
This is the redemption of Princess Disaster. And now you can't unsee it, huh, Melinda?
Oh, the thing 1 and thing 2, they have blue hair. I thought they had red hair. Never mind.
But okay, it's not a shoot, but I will not give it a boot either. So maybe a very mild toot.
Sure.
Very much.
On the borderline.
Next.
Arizona Brandy.
See, this one confused me. Okay, first of all, when you're wearing black on the main stage, well, on television anyway, it doesn't always translate. So for the judges to feel something visceral about this look, it's because they're saying, "Oh my god, like this is giving me the," well, what did he say, like heebie-jeebies or something like that? Like they felt something visceral about it. It didn't quite. Maybe it looks great, or they have that experience in person, but on TV, it didn't quite have. And my TV has like fucking ultra high definition, whatever. You see fucking everything. It didn't quite jump at me the way it did to the judges. That said, however, I do like the idea of the masks having different expressions and how similar they are to her mug. So I wonder actually if the girls painted their mugs before they got the masks made, and then they said, make that to my liking, because this is so well done as far as this goes. But the rest, I get it, the knitting, the layering of the, I would call them yarns because that's what they look, or maybe spider webs. didn't quite translate the same way on television as it might have on the runway.
I thought it was a safe look. Can't find a lot wrong with it or too extravagant with it. And the face, at least, almost looks like her. So yeah, thought it was pretty safe.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's a safe look.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I thought she had one of the better matches as far as the face goes, so it was a cool effect.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think, unfortunately, I agree with what you were saying, Melinda. I think it didn't translate the way I wanted it to, but I love this look in concept. I just wish there was some way for the actual garment to translate better on TV. But if I saw this in person, like, this would be so sickening because I see what she's going for. But unfortunately, from runway to TV, it didn't translate as well as I wanted it to. But this is still just sickening. I loved it.
And that's how, I guess not a warning, but like a note to designers out there, or even the queens, when you're getting something made, you have to think about how it's going to look on television. That maybe, it's sickening in person, but on television, at the end of the day, you've got millions and millions and millions of people judging your look, and it might not come across the way you have intended it or have actually constructed it, because it just works differently in person and on TV.
And black fabric
especially with black.
And black fabric is so, as we've seen it time and time again on Drag Race, black fabric is so difficult to translate well. Like, it when done perfectly, it's perfect. But it's so difficult to get that done perfectly. So the girls that have done it perfectly, but it's really hard to do. So girl, Khianna.
Who gave her top one, or were you? Did you give her top one or the top place?
No, not me.
She was my top one.
Explain.
Based on the challenge, not based on the runway.
Okay, that's fair. But even the challenge, she was good. I would have wanted more. At this point, runway wise.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, again, not because of the look itself, but because of what everyone is bringing to the table. And at the end of the day, it's a competition. You're being compared not just to yourself, but to other people, to what other people have brought to the table. And they felt like, and maybe again, this is stunning in person, but again, it didn't quite have that same appeal on television. It just was like, it was a good Halloween costume for me. It'll win. Maybe win like third prize. I don't know. A good Halloween contest.
I think it's not a bad look, and it's very detailed, very well detailed. But I feel like it is just, at the end of the day, kind of a bodysuit.
Yeah, I am obsessed with the substance. This is my second favorite substance-themed runway look I've seen on Drag Race this summer.
I think it's really, really good. I think for what it is, it's really well executed. But it is on the simpler side compared to A, what we're seeing on this runway, and B, what Khianna has presented this season. But I'm not mad at this look by any means of the imagination. I think what she presented is very clean, very polished, and really, really well done. And I love that we're seeing Khianna fully dive into more of this horror aesthetic that she's bringing to this season. I love seeing her kind of switch into more of this and embrace more of her alt perspective and bringing that into this season of Slaysian Royale. I'm really happy to see that. It's really fun to see. It's really fun to see. And then they did Miss Mama Yuhua so dirty by putting her right after Khianna here. They did Miss Yuhua so dirty.
Oh boy. Is this the Pamara Fist time?
Well.
We're getting a lot of Pamara Fists today.
Well. Please, not everyone at once.
I'll go if nobody else wants to say anything. I love the substance. This is my third favorite.
There you go.
Named runway look I've seen this summer. Please go look at Ellipse's The Substance runway theme from France All Stars. So good.
It's so very good.
I mean, Yuhua hasn't had so far this season the best runways, but I will say she's always selling them. She's always selling them.
Is she?
She's probably selling them after the competition's over.
Oh, God.
I like her personality.
I like her spirit.
She's entertaining.
She is an entertaining woman. Siam! You know, I was really happy for Siam because she came out and I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Pangina's not going to read the fuck out of her this week. And then the head fell over and I was like, God damn it, Siam. Pangina's going to read the fuck out of you this week, girl. Come on.
Girl, I was one of the fucking wig heads in the fucking workroom. She put it on with a fucking masking tape, first of all.
Masking tape?
Well, can you not see it? It's a masking tape. It wasn't even duct tape.
I saw it, Melinda. I saw it.
It wasn't even a gorilla tape. It's a masking tape. Of course Pangina's going to read her for spell. And of course the camera's going to get it. By the way, when shit like that happens, and it has happened, when shit like that happens, it doesn't always get shown.
And of course, they used the one filming of the runway that it did fall over, not the one where she probably did it perfectly. Because of course they did, because it's Drag Race. I just want Siam to do well.
Feel the heat. Siam. I put Siam as one of the bottom two. First when I watched this filming Binge Queens and then watching it again today prior to tonight's podcast, one of the bottom two looks.
The outfit is okay to me. It's kind of more on the lower end, by all means, but it's not too bad. But what kind of takes it down even more for me is the structure, which seemed kind of a school project.
There you go. You said it.
I didn't mind the structure. I actually liked everything except for the mannequin heads. It seemed like an afterthought. Other than that, I thought it looked good.
I mean, it's not awful. It's not awful. Again,
No,
we're just
it's
comparing.
not awful.
We're just comparing. You know what I mean? Like,
I couldn't make a school project like this.
True.
I just didn't understand. I guess I liked the bodysuit, sure, or at least the garment itself. I like the headdress. I did not get what was going on with the cube, and then why the other heads were mounted where you can't even really see them as you walk out. And then the only chance you actually get to see them is when you turn, and unfortunately one of the styrofoam heads fall off. And even then, saying styrofoam, oh my god, I cringe. Styrofoam. Again, it just felt like, for me, it felt like, oh my god, it's another one of those broken costumes incidents. let me grab one of the mannequin heads that were provided to us by production, tape it on with a duct tape, and let's go.
Yeah. Ugh.
Very that.
Oh.
Whew.
Excellent.
Thank God you
Personified
saved us.
Suki motherfucking
Yes.
doll. And
How dare she?
How rude.
How dare she? How very rude. The audacity. The audacity.
the nerve, the cheek, the gall, the audacity,
You didn't have
and
to try
the
this
gumption.
The gall. The gumption. Period. No notes.
Period.
No bars.
My top runway of the week, and also, I mean, the outfit itself is already amazing, but the way she modeled it also skyrocketed this for me.
And I said this earlier, no one touched this look. Yes, I get the Brigiding fabulousness, but this is just another level.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the concept itself, but the execution.
Mm-hmm.
The execution is haute couture, and I'll not just like throw that word around, but there was no element about it that felt custom-y. Yes, it's a runway look for a drag show, but at the same time, you could see this very easily at an haute couture runway show, and it's just so well done. It's just so exquisite, and no, again, for me, no one touched it.
Mm-hmm.
No one.
Yeah,
no one.
She did 4 things with this costume. She ate, she mothered, she fought, and she conquered.
And she lactated and fed us all.
Yes. Those are the forgotten lyrics of Slay a Claw.
David, did you just have to look up the lyrics to Slay a Claw in order to do that?
No.
Okay.
Why, do you not know those words?
Lactated and fed the children.
Slay a Claw, la 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 la, Slay a Claw, la la la.
Hey, listen, I gotta slow it down a little bit. I do want to because I saw the details about this today, I do want to give a shout out to my Canada's Drag Race sisters, Helena Poison and Isis Couture, for having a hand in putting this look. So those are some of the most fucking sickening look queens in Canada, and no wonder this came to fruition because those two had a hand in making this happen.
Helena, you ate. Isis, you
Helena.
ate. Suki, you ate. Mm.
They did that. Next.
Now, I need to get up on my soapbox here for a second. I'm so sorry. This is Viñas. This was one of my favorite looks of the night. And I do not understand what the judges are saying. I loved every single bit of this look. I loved the framing. I loved the look itself. I thought the garment was sickening. I think the painting of all of these heads was so sickening. I think this is so ingenious. This is one of my favorite things Viñas DeLuxe has ever worn on Drag Race Philippines. And I do not understand what the judges had to say about this.
Is it because the frame came off? I wonder if it's supposed to come off.
I think it was supposed to come off, and then it became the dress itself. And I think that's sickening.
No, it's fun. I would have preferred probably for the thing to have stayed on, just because you do see all the faces. It just, for me, when it came off, it felt like, oh shit, it fucking ripped.
Oh, see, that's I don't see that at all. I see it as it becoming the dress itself. I see what you mean, but I think it becoming the dress itself and then being able to show off all the faces as she turns, which was part of her runway presentation, I just think that's so smart. And I see where the judges were coming from with the critique, but I don't agree. I don't agree.
100%.
And if this is what kept her out of the top, I think it's bullshit.
Between this and Arizona, so Brigiding, sure. Let's just say Brigiding deserved her spot on the top 2. So it would have been a battle between her and Viñas and Arizona for the top 2. I would have preferred this look.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Is if we're looking at both the performance and the runway, I think Viñas should definitely have been.
Should have been top 2. Yeah.
And then the paint palette fascinator. I'm so sorry. I'm mad again.
This is my third favorite overall, but I did like it best when it was framed up. So I agree with Melinda there, but I still didn't mind when she brought it down.
Fair. And fair. Well. And I don't know why Melinda popped out there, but there we go. Much better. Well, you're here. We're all here. We have some results where our top 3, I think, deservedly so, probably, based on runway and challenge here, were Viñas, Brigiding, and Arizona, with our top 2 ultimately being named as Arizona and Brigiding. And I'm not too mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not too mad at that, personally.
Yeah. Any combination of the top 3 works.
Yeah. Our David, you're muted and we can't hear you.
Yeah. Also, there's a storyline built in here, so I'm sure they take that into account. So it makes sense to have Arizona in the top if we're having Kitty in the bottom.
Correct, because our bottom 3 ends up as Kitty, Bernie, and Siam. Siam is saved from the bottom 2, and our bottom 2 ends up as Bernie and Kitty. Agreed. Unfortunately, our two trans dolls in the bottom. I agreed, and I don't like saying that personally, but yeah.
It should have been CM there.
I agree.
Yeah, challenge wise, and the look. Challenge wise, for sure, and the look wasn't enough to save her from the bottom for me.
Okay, instead of Bernie,
instead of either, to be quite honest.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I would have been okay with Kitty save.
Okay.
More so probably with Bernie, but definitely CM should have been.
Okay.
Should have been.
I see that.
Yeah, I would have had Bernie safe.
Okay. Jonathan, what about you?
Either, honestly. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Bernie, so obviously I'd rather keep her safe, but either.
Right. Fair enough. We go to our deliberations / I guess pseudo Untucked. I'm still mad we don't have Untucked proper. But the conversation is quickly taken by, congratulations to our winners, but Kitty is very quickly getting very emotional, and it's a very happy emotion from her, and I was happy to see that, where she's very happy with the performance that she had in this episode, and it's been a very happy experience for her, and she talks about how this has renewed her love of drag, and this has been a very good experience for her, and this is reminded her why she does drag. And I do love whenever we get these kinds of conversations on Drag Race. I hate that it's in this scenario where she's in the bottom 2 and now having to fight for her life. But I'm really happy that we got to hear this conversation from her. And I'm knowing the journey that she's been on the last couple of years since her first season as well. I was really, really happy to hear this from Kitty.
Well, when you get to that point in the competition or on the show anyway, where you get to talk about maybe your most traumatic experience or the happiest moment of your life, bitch, you better go home.
Yeah.
I think we'll see that. I think we'll see that enough now. That, bitch, if you're talking about the happiest moment of your motherfucking life or the most traumatic experience you've had in your life,
yeah,
pack your bags.
Yeah,
you better go home.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that Arizona was like, I feel guilty because I made her trade songs with me, and now she's in the bottom.
Correct.
I mean, there's that feeling, of course.
But Kitty said
Katie's
yes. She shouldn't have said
the
yes.
the confessionals producer's like, Katie's about to go home. You feel
Guilty.
that's your prompt.
Yep.
Guilty.
Yep.
Guilty.
So you ended up at the top. This is the day after, obviously. Kitty was in the bottom, but you were in the top, and she swapped roles with you, Arizona. How do you feel? Knowing full damn well that Arizona just sent Kitty home, but oh my God, how did you feel?
That is a prompt.
For real.
I feel guilty. So I feel guilty that I traded songs with my sister. Oh wait,
that's a really good Arizona impression. Damn.
Actually, yes, the voice
was spot
right there.
on.
I didn't know we got Arizona on the pod today.
I know.
Maybe for my next Snatch game, it'll be Arizona Brandy.
Arizona Brandy. Oh,
Arizona Brandy, welcome to the car.
Arizona Brandy as Adele.
Yes.
Please.
Oh fuck.
Arizona Brandy as Ginger Minge as Adele, and every single answer is my house.
My house. My house.
So good. So good.
And we also had Bernie, who's like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm the second Filipino queen to be in the bottom. And I just think it's not funny, but it is kind of funny that Arizona last week, Bernie this week, like, it's so embarrassing to be bottoming with these international queens.
The second queen.
Right.
Well, I do want to add though about Bernie, and y'all mentioned earlier that she's just not really popping. And honestly, I think it's because she's not very comfortable in speaking English.
Yes.
So if you can recall when she was breaking down, she immediately started speaking Tagalog because that's when she popped the most, when she's speaking Tagalog.
Mm-hmm.
In previous episodes within the workroom, she can't really chime into the conversations because English is just not that easy for her. And I feel so bad for her. She's not popping because of the language barrier.
It was a concern that we all had when she was announced for this season. We were like, oh, we're so happy to see Bernie, but oh no, is that going to be a major hurdle of hers? Because the season is going to be predominantly produced in English, are we going to see Bernie shine the way that we know she can? Unfortunately, we haven't, and it's been to her detriment, unfortunately. Because like you said, Jonathan, when she is shown the most is in this Untucked moment where obviously she's pleading mostly to Arizona and Brigiding. So she starts speaking Tagalog because that's what she's most comfortable in. We saw her shine in the girl group challenge moments where everyone was speaking in Tagalog. So she felt more comfortable to do that. And when most of her verse was in Tagalog in that challenge, that's where we've seen her shine the most. So it's unfortunate that we're not seeing her shine as well as we wanted her to, because we love Bernie. We know what Bernie is capable of on this season, on Drag Race. We saw it on season 2. It's just really unfortunate. I hope that we're able to see her bounce back from this moment. But I am a little bit worried that some of the other queens may eclipse her, and she may continue to fade into the background on this season with a lot of really, really powerful, strong queens. I don't want that to happen for Bernie, but I'm a little bit worried.
Well, let's hope for a twist and a turn.
I can't wait to see how this turns out. But the rest of Untucked is basically pleading their cases. It's, that's pretty standard. But we come back out and we get a lip sync. And I have not enjoyed a lip sync this much in a very long time, I have to say. We get Arizona and Brigiding lip syncing to Cartoon Heroes by Aqua. What a fun choice. I loved this lip sync.
I'm gagging.
I loved this lip sync.
I don't even know what Brigiding was doing, to be honest with you. My eyes were all on Arizona.
I've seen better. It was.
Wow. Okay.
I remember watching this and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I think
Chaos.
yes. Okay, so here's the thing. Yes, I get it. We love chaos. We talked about how chaos has really brought this season to another level. I just feel like I get the comedy. Now let's see you do other things. I feel like it was very one note in terms of the gimmicks and the comedy that I didn't get to see a whole lot of. And for me, who trains in dance, who is also dance trained, I was kind of hoping for some of that to come out, a little bit of actual dancing. Because when I started seeing the high kicks and whatever, I'm like, oh shit, none of these kicks are really going where they needed to go. That was for me what took me out. So if there was a little bit more of if it was a little bit of a cleaner performance, I would have been like, funny, yay! I get the jush. But because it was just all, I felt like it was just all chaos and mess. It took me out.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
fair.
a little bit of balance. I feel was what the lip sync needed. Is what I'm saying. It wasn't terrible because. Yeah, it was entertaining and that it was funny. Maybe if I was at the club, drunk as fuck, I would be like, throwing like fucking $5 bills at these bitches, right? But because it's a main stage of a TV show, a little bit of balance. It could have been cleaner.
Okay,
that's all.
I agree with that.
Fair.
I was stoned the first time I watched it, so I do think that honestly had a lot to do with it. I'm not gonna lie. I am just someone that I really do enjoy chaos in a lip sync when it's done well. And for me, I just really I think what both of them did was good. What Brigiding was doing, she made a very specific choice with her characterization, and I think it started really well. She was kind of doing almost this like ragdoll character, it seemed like. And I liked the like nonchalant kind of characterization she was doing. I think it kind of fell off a little bit more towards the end. But I did really enjoy what Arizona was doing. And I have to caveat that with also saying that I've not always been the biggest fan of Arizona in lip syncs. Because I've felt in a lot of lip syncs that she has done a lot of the comedy, shtick. And it has gotten kind of predictable. I do agree with you in that, Melinda. This is actually maybe the first lip sync for me where I'm kind of like, oh, okay, Arizona. Like this might have been my breakthrough lip sync for Arizona Brandy. In a very strange, interesting way. I just really enjoyed everything Arizona did in this lip sync. Yes, the kicks could have been cleaner. Yes, the actual performance of it could have been cleaner, but I really enjoyed her characterization, taking the tiniest bang out of that wig and turning it into a mustache to do both characters. There was something about that sent me into the stratosphere. And then going to the back of the stage to do the superhero flying moment, that killed me. There was just a lot of what she was doing that I was really responding positively to. And I think a lot of her characterization was just really smart. And I responded really positively to it. But I see everything that you are saying, and I agree with a lot of it, actually, Melinda. But for me, I really responded positively to it.
Yeah, and what you're saying right now as well, like all those details you presented, the mustache, the superhero flying thing from backstage, those are all the highlights.
Yeah.
Those were all the highlights of the performance for me. The end.
Fair. No, completely fair. Fair. I got it.
I mean, that's what got me. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just everything. It's just because when you're telling a story, yes, there are those highlights, valid,
Yeah.
and then there are the elements in between. And I think for me it's those elements in between that all I'm saying is that's what took me out.
Yeah.
So I would have appreciated a storytelling that was consistent from beginning to end.
Yeah.
It just was those in betweens for me. The peaks and the valleys, right? The valleys were like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on?
You've done
It was an
drag longer than all of
streamlined
us
performance.
combined. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit in between both of you. I thought it was a good lip sync, but I think for the most part, if you watch the first 30 seconds, you kind of got the whole thing. Really, the only exception is when she went to the back of the stage, and I think that's what really, for me, because I actually thought both of them were doing well, but that's what put Arizona over the top for me when she went back to the backstage. Yeah, but overall, it was good. I just want to see like that surprise factor that I used to get from Arizona in season 2. I haven't been getting that quite as much from her lip syncs this season.
I will agree with that.
Fair. Yeah.
But I do still think definitively between the two of them, Arizona did win the lip sync.
Yeah, 100%. No doubt. No doubt.
And we get a big decision from her. Is she going to send home her season 2 sister? Or is she going to send home the girl that sent her home last week? Of course she sent Kitty home.
Escándalo.
Nobody is surprised by that decision.
No.
I mean, we all knew.
Nope.
We bet knew.
I would have done the same.
The whole episode.
I mean, they're going with friendship, right? That's still the thing that they're talking about as far as picking lip syncs is if you're my friend.
And it wasn't Bernie's time. Yes, yes, Kitty has had one time. Well, I mean, for sure.
Well, she's been high and in the top. High, save, top
so
2.
Kitty has
a better track record.
A much better track record
wise, yeah.
Than Bernie. Oh,
Bernie
shit.
Bernie was safe bottom. And I love me some Bernie. And I am not advocating for the elimination of Bernie here.
Better not.
No, because I love Bernie dearly. But
track record wise,
that is what the elimination but that's not the way that this
Whoa there for a moment. Who did worse though during this for this episode?
In my opinion, Bernie.
Yeah. Oh. Kitty was better than Bernie this episode?
In my opinion.
Okay.
If you're basing it on the challenge, for me, I preferred what Kitty did to Bernie.
And Runway.
Okay, if you add Runway in, then it gets a little bit more complicated.
I think Bernie beat her in both aspects.
I would say so too.
That's fair. I would say if you're combining both, I think it gets it's really, really close for me. I think maybe I would edge Bernie over Kitty by maybe half a centimeter. Honestly, it is the slimmest of margins because I did really, I liked Bernie's Runway and I didn't really care for Kitty's all that much, but I do think Kitty did a bit of a better job in the challenge than Bernie. So it's a really tough call. If I'm making the call, it's really difficult. But if Arizona's making the call, which she did, we all knew what was going to happen. So,
there was
and that's not on Arizona. I'm not shitting on Arizona here. We all knew what Arizona was going to do because it was Bernie versus the girl that was going to send her home last week. We all knew what was going to happen here. And I think it's really difficult because Kitty was a very good competitor in this season. I think it's a shame to lose Kitty here, if I'm being honest. It would have been a shame to lose Bernie. Let me make that very clear as well. I just think it's a shame to lose Kitty this early because I really loved everything we saw from Kitty this season. She was one of the queens when this cast was announced that I was the most excited to see, because I loved everything we saw from her on France season 2. I was so excited to see her as the French representative, and I think she came in with such a beautiful energy and had been slaying up until this episode, to be honest. And then this episode, she kind of really just faltered. And unfortunately, in this season, one episode of faltering, and that's kind of all it takes. And also pulling Arizona's lipstick last week.
So are we in agreement then that it should have been Siam that should have gone home?
Yes.
I guess.
I would have sent Kitty home even against Siam. But this is also like, I would have had Kitty in the bottom to episode 1.
No.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to look at, really though, if we're talking about, okay, let's look at track record and performance this episode. For me, track record wise, Siam is last place going into this episode. And performance wise, she and Kitty were both bottom for me this episode. So not only should she have been at the bottom, if she had been put up against Kitty this episode in the bottom, in my opinion, she would have gone home.
I agree.
Hey, and she could have sat by Pangina on the flight back.
There you go.
Well,
nothing
Well,
beats
no,
a jet to holiday on the way back to Thailand.
well, no, she would have been going back to San Francisco.
Oh, gee.
Who knows where Pangina was going back to?
Both of them going back to California. Both of them.
Right.
Probably, yeah. Let's be real. But I'm bummed to lose Kitty here, because I just think she's
Yeah.
an absolute angel. She's such
Deserves
a sweetheart.
better. She deserves better.
better.
Yeah, she deserves better.
But we love you, Kitty.
I will say she did get a some sort of redemption now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
At least there's that for her. She didn't go home empty-handed.
I agree.
She put up a fight.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree completely. And we love you. We love you, Kitty. I just think it sucks that we lost 4 international girls back to back.
Are we surprised?
Is
Yeah,
it time for,
I still
Is
could
it
see
time
top
for-
5 Philippines. I could see it.
is it time for a Pinay Queen to go home next week?
Who knows?
I'm not ready for that.
That would be
Wow.
a gag.
Not ready.
I'm not ready for that.
So let's just keep sending the international queens home. Is what you're saying?
Well, you just said Siam could have gone now. So what's to say she shouldn't
Oh,
go
that's
next?
okay. Okay. Yeah, she's still in the competition. Yes.
We'll see.
We will see.
see.
Feel the heat. Na, na, na. Whatever her song is.
Whatever the lyrics. I only know the High Siam lyric. I've listened to the song. The song's good, but let's draft update real quick. I have it up if you want.
Okay. Well, yes.
So Brandon is in last place with 27 points. Lana is in 5th with 37.5 points. Currently in a tie for 3rd are Ken and Eris with 41.5 points. Kamorian in 2nd place with 50.5 points. And River is currently leading the draft with 52 points. It's funny, none of the 3 of us currently here are in the draft, which I think is but that's how it goes sometimes. But we'll see if an international queen or a Pinoy queen goes home next week, because next week is makeover at 8. Y'all putting the makeover too early in the season.
Twists and turns.
Match game time is 8 usually, right?
Ugh.
Twists and turns.
I would have rather it be next week, but who knows? We'll see. I'm excited to
Snatch
find
game's
out.
coming in late then.
I know.
Twists and turns. Slaysian Queen.
Drink every time
I
Melinda has
was
co-opted.
warned. I was reminded by production before going into this podcast. No spoilers. Hello.
Period. And there have been 0, so don't you
Hello.
worry. But
I've been on at least 2 TV shows already. I'm like, spoilers. What spoilers?
Period. Melinda Verga, you icon, you. We're so happy to have had you here today.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's honestly, this is probably one of the most fun podcast interviews that I've done, and I've done plenty. So, oh my God, thank you. I love the energy. I love the tea. So thank you for having me here.
Oh, yes. Of course. We're so
hopefully we'll see you again on the podcast soon. We'll see.
Well, you will.
Yes.
You will for the finale.
Ooh.
Well,
it's out there now.
She said it. So yes.
No spoilers.
Well, everything is alleged information, but maybe you will be seeing Miss Verga return later this season with us. So stay tuned for that. But
should I wear this?
Oh yes. Ooh. I love that.
Yes.
This is my current outfit on Bench Queens. Oh wait, before you let me go. So please do not forget. Can I? Is that okay?
Oh, I was about to prompt you with, please at this point plug anything and everything you need to plug.
So, I just want to invite everyone, including you right there, sir, who has not seen a single episode of Bench Queens.
David!
To catch Bench Queens on What Presents Plus worldwide, Fridays, starring me and Joella Dynasty from season 17 of RuPaul's Drag Race, Angina from the OG season of RuPaul's Drag Race and All Stars 5, and Didi Marie Holiday from Drag Race Philippines season 2, where we watch and talk about everything Drag Race Philippines Slaysian Royale. So it's unhinged, it's fucking hilarious, and we don't hold back. So please do watch the show on What Presents Plus worldwide.
It's unhinged in the best way, y'all. It is everything. Y'all need to be watching if you're not, because the girls are giving. The girls are giving over at the Binge Queens, and we love it.
Hopefully, you got a little bit of a sample of that unhinged energy today.
Sure did.
Good. The more Melinda Verga we have on our reality TV screens, the better.
I agree.
Maybe you'll see more Melinda Verga in the next little while.
Hope so.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Hope so.
Yes. And go follow you on Instagram. Do all the things. Buy the merch.
That part. Because apparently I should have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, and yet I don't.
Yes.
You should. You should.
And
honestly, I don't post a lot. I don't care about social media that much. I'm Gen X. I'm old as fuck. I don't give a flying fuck about what Gen Z and millennials give a flying fuck about in this fucking Labubu bullshit that's out right now. I don't.
You're talking to three people who probably don't give a fuck about Labubus.
So can I tell you, Tiffany and Co was posting so much about Labubus. I thought they were like a purse for the longest time.
No,
I did not know what they were. I was like, oh, or maybe they're
Tiffany
shoes.
Girl, no.
So yeah,
don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Tiffany was the OG girl from the Drag Race circles talking about the Labubus. Jules, don't even try to take it. It was Tiffany.
It was.
Let's get it straight. And I thank you. But yes.
ABG, bitch. ABG.
The ABG was the one talking about the Labubus before any of the US Drag Race girls were doing so. And I thank you. But with that being said, thank you for joining us for 2.5 hours of absolutely unhinged bullshit in the best way. We'll be back next week to talk about episode 5 of Slaysian Royale. Make sure to check out our look over here where we will talk about some fabulous festival runways in full. In the meantime, subscribe, like, and share. Go follow Melinda. Go check out Binge Queens with her, Joella Dynasty, Didi Marie Holiday, and Angina. Go get your cup mug, lanagcreations.etsy.com. Go get Melinda merch as well. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So Cheers, y'all. Bye.
Cheers.